We don't have all maps unlocked.
Yeah, I saw for a lot of the players they don't have all of the maps. Pretty good opening from Little One. Can block off a side with that Cali, but I think is going to opt to use the Dynamo similarly to the other game we saw against Zay.
Double Dynamo.
Now that's a
Dynamo
Dynamo moment. That's a strange one. I don't know if I've seen that one before.
In high level play, I don't see Dynamo much outside of like X marks.
Yeah, I think there's a couple players that still feel fond about it, but I'm not so fond of it myself.
It's a bit awkward to activate the special slot.
Yeah, unless you have like Little Judd.
Little Judd and
I think it's kind of nice on squared, but
probably.
Little One is trying to figure out whether to block or go a little more aggressive.
Ooh.
They both decide to go
plan.
aggressive, and they both just push up middle and kind of get right in each other's faces. One has a nice little combo with the tri-stringer and the reflux right now, but not sure if he wants to use it yet. I mean, seems like he does.
Do they have double reflux?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
They both opt to go offensive again. I don't think we're going to see much base building this game. I like the reflux, but now I don't think is the time to play it. I think the golden dynamo should be played right now.
Yes.
Like, just destroy whatever Zay wants to do.
Oh, that was quite
Yeah, it gave him a special, but overrode a lot of space.
Interesting spoof.
Ooh, that's nice. And I think the did he have Splat Bomb or Small Fry? I didn't see it quick enough.
I think it was
But
small.
whichever one is, I think it'll fit in the that little nook. Yeah. Whichever one it is, it'll fit in that nook. I just barely saw it. Both players kind of running out of room, but this reflux is going to be really, really nice right here.
I see a nice wiper spot up there.
Oh, yeah, I see too. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Having to use one of the 312s, but works in a pinch, especially because there's not too much left to do. Yeah, right there on the right. I think he sees it. Does he see it? Is he thinking something else? Yeah, he's just gonna go for it, I think.
Come on.
Running out of time, make your move. Nice little octo stamp from Zay. I feel like he could safely pass and then maybe double 312, but yeah, I think that's what he's planning, maybe. Or maybe not.
Hmm?
Oh, I think he's just looking for spots. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes it's good to just know where you can do it for later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of high-level players like to do that. Like, if you're just going to pass, you might as well look for a spot now instead of just throwing away your timer. But I think now he's feeling the pressure and probably wants to just play this Tenna Missile neutrally to get a little more special and some space. Still just looking. I like that when you have a space for something, you can like still look over where you can place it, even in like those invalid locations. But when something doesn't fit on the board, you can't just like try it out in those invalid locations. And there's that small fry.
Oh.
Gonna probably go with Tentamus? No. I'm not sure about that one. They're not gonna get 5 special for turn 12. But they do get a lot of space. Yeah, but then they only have 4 special and they're out of 3 12s. I guess they're gonna play the leader.
I probably would have like personally I probably would have like attacked a big leader myself.
Yeah.
Because then you like when you attack early then you're more prone to just being overridden.
Yeah, exactly, which happened to one of the triple link strikes. Now it's just a double link strike. Now it's just a gigantic Tentatek.
Oh, hang on. I've got something here. This might be it.
It's got options, but not sure if they're good enough. Depends what 312 Zay has. Ooh, that's nice. That's perfect Neo Splushamatic.
Keep trying to find a good. God, my laptop is glitching out. It's typing the slash character without me pressing anything.
Hit your keys too hard.
No, stop it!
But
no. I'm not even pressing against anything. My laptop is being spooky. Stop it! No! Stop it!
Ooh. Lil One still manages to pull out the victory with that perfect Neo Splushamatic.
It's like as if the cat is stepping on my keyboard, but there's no cat.
Maybe it's just invisible.
Oh my god, it's happening again. I didn't even select the chat window.
Uh-oh.
Stop typing the... Oh my god, it keeps happening. Well, I mean, if you can hear me fine, I'm sure it's okay. But this is really weird. Maybe...
Oh, we're gonna see them go to double Gemini.
As
I've said before, one of my favorites.
That'll stop that from happening. Oh no, it's happening again.
Ooh, pretty good hand from Little One. Not gonna opt, maybe gonna opt to play the Joe turn 1.
Ooh, that is a
Zay's
strong
going
clash.
straight up with that shiver. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, no, that is a clean opening. Gonna be able... Gives a lot of room to kind of push forward and do a lot of pressure, and is also a really solid set in defense. Really needs to kind of keep this tempo up, though.
Yeah, I like the Cali play a lot better. Especially, ooh, it's doing so much damage to that Fry.
Yeah, no, that was definitely not a read, but still an excellent catch.
I like this Reflux is good too, because I think maybe he has 10 attack, but maybe the Marigold's better. If he has 10 attack, I think this is a good play, but if he doesn't, maybe Marigold is better. Nope, that won't fit.
Marigold's gonna have a hard time finding somewhere to fit at this point. Squid Force wouldn't be too bad just to get one of those specials, and it can be a little difficult to fit.
Yeah, I like the idea of Squid Force up there. This Marigold down there is kind of cool, because if Zay tries to push around it all, it might activate the special. And I think there's still room for Marigold, so... Yeah, that Splatling is some...
Sorry about that technical issues. Anyways, this match looks interesting.
I think Little One is in a really commanding position right now. Thinking whether to go top left or bottom right. I think both are pretty good. Yeah, going down there, there's still a little chump spot on the top left. Ooh, and now there's a paintbrush spot too. Just gonna opt for the paintbrush and get that special and some more space. A special 10 attack from Zay. It gets 2, but that only nets 1. And Little One still has a couple little spots around to play. Yeah, play that Splash-O-Matic. That's a nice little slot in there. I think Angle Shooter's kind of cool, but it's odd that it doesn't really work on this map, I feel. Like, you think it would, but I feel like there's not too many great ways to play it here.
Sorry, I'm having the problem again. Oh my god. I can't even... Yeah, I don't mind if you meet me, it's okay. It's...
Little One has a sizable lead. Just one less special than Zay. Still looking for a place for this Angle Shooter. There's, there's this spot. It's not great, not terrible, but it gives him a special point that, can maybe be used to special over some of Zay's turf.
Indeed. Looking at this current score, yeah, Little One is in such a dominant position. That's 19 points.
Yeah, I think that he's got a really good commanding presence right now, and even with this additional special point, that one kind of middle top I think is a lot better for these last 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not gonna see a double 312. I don't think there's really a way to generate 3 special with 1 move.
At best, there's a spot for 2 special, but definitely no way for 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just a pass, and Oh yeah, and he's only got Overlorder. Probably just a pass in 312. Nice Tentatex, or not Ten. What am I saying? Tenta missile. Blah. Too many Tentas, not enough Brellas.
Really? True, right? Out comes a huge captain. Will that be enough with such a huge point discrepancy? I don't think it's going to be. And yeah, no. Little one keeps the streak going.
Yeah, and with a huge lead. Even with that captain, like, that didn't make a dent in the score at all.
Which it's just, like, the captain is worth more points. It's significantly more expensive, but you're only getting 3 more points off of that play. Which is why when we talk about a lot of these strategies, why 2 312s is usually so important. Because you're arguably going to get much more bang for your buck from doing multiple of those.
Yeah, because in all ideal situations, it's like, say, even if you use Marina or Pearl or Mr. Grizz, it's what? A 36-point swing versus 2 312s, which is a 48-point swing if both are perfect. So, like, the numbers don't lie. Like, if you can do 2 312s, you should.
Indeed. Or you go for... Rather, there's also situations where somebody might be able to play, like, a 7-point special.
Yeah.
But, alternatively, you could go for a 4 special, and then a 312. And that's going to be 23 as opposed to 17.
Yeah, I remember the 411 into 312 used to be pretty popular.
Yeah.
But, we got the Dyna moment. Zay has a nice Steelio that claims the right side. Little one has Overlorder, which gets a little bit in middle, doesn't completely block off the left, but the left might still... Ooh, but that big swing fits in so nicely. I was about to say he might still have the left side claimed, but no, not at all.
Ooh, and just... Oh, no, she wasn't going to fit before anyways, but that is... Yeah, that's a very clean catch.
Yeah, that was a really good play from Zay. And now... I think Zay kind of has the advantage with that whole... Well, no longer the whole right side. It's been taken, but... Both players probably just want to fill in their bases now.
Yeah, it's just from here, it's a classic X marks the garden situation where...
Yep.
You do a couple aggressive plays, you set up your own bases, and then it's just who's got the better base building deck. Or
who's got the better RNG.
Who's got the better RNG, or who's got a sudden strategy. Are you able to build up your sudden, like, counterplay to kind of, like, rush in and shut them down before they can get their base building, which is a very difficult thing to do in this.
Yeah, but it can really pay off if you can generate like an easy 2 or 3 special and then use Wiper or a Splat Charger, like, say, to get through one edge of their Dynamo. It can really pay off.
Indeed. That said, this is definitely not one of those cases.
Yeah, we're just going to see base building from both players.
A little bit of taken center here and there. Definitely in Little One's favor, just on the basis that center is more in their control, which essentially means that he's got 3 bases to his name, as opposed to Zay's ultimately 2 1/4.
Yeah. But I do like that small fry spot, because it's just right up on Zay's base. Right up on that right side. Like, he has amazing spots to special over.
Yeah, that is perfect reach into both ends. I would actually like to see, if we're going for the special here, to go into that main base of Zay's, because if Zay doesn't have a play here, is that perfect?
Well, they both go for an early special. It is a perfect.
Yeah.
They both go for an early special, and I think that Dynamo can't fit.
But Sploosh-O-Matic definitely can, and that's not even going to grant any specials. So if Zay makes this play here, chances are high this is stealing away points. And if Zay doesn't make a play, that entire field is gone, and Little One just won the tournament.
Yeah, I think it'll really come down to what Zay has here. I think on this deck he has that's a pretty nice override, but there's still such a big point gap. Little One can't use 312. There's no way to get special unless Zay gives him special.
Zay might be able to bring this back off of the pass and then special on the last turn.
Yeah.
Because 15 points isn't that much. And...
he's giving up.
Ooh! I don't...
Yeah, Zay probably has some good spots, but
that is too hasty of a play.
I would have preferred to see it play out, but now we just get more games.
Well, absolutely. Like, we were pretty likely to be seeing another game from here, but at the same time, it's a situation where it is entirely possible that Zay makes a misplay, or Zay genuinely cannot find a way to get the 12-point card to get 4 extra points.
Yeah, because, you know, even if you can play at 312, you might not have the greatest spot for it. Like, sometimes, even if it looks like they might win, depending on their spot, they might not.
It doesn't happen often, but it happens more often than you'd think.
Yeah.
That somebody overanalyzes, they over-anticipate something, or they're just so desperate to find the perfect spot, and then when the timer ticks down to 0, the game automatically passes a card. Or just puts it somewhere terrible.
Place it. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you have it in a valid spot when the timer reaches 0, it'll place it there, but otherwise it'll just toss it.
Yeah.
But, gonna open up with either the Joe or the Overlorder. Both pretty good options. Mr. Coco, you don't see that often. And it doesn't... Oh, I really want to see that.
That was a clean fit. Yeah.
I really want that a leader. Yeah.
Coco's interesting. It does have a lot of combo potential with a lot of things, but it's kind of hard to find those moments. Ooh, oh, there we go. Oh, that is devious. I respect the little bit of anxiety, making sure that things are defended, but Overlorder isn't even doing that good of a job. I feel like the aggression is much stronger, and I believe Little One does agree here. Actually, well, Little One's definitely still uncertain, but I personally feel like you push here because it's really easy for that Overlord to get overran. Out comes the Cali. Actually, the Overlorder could have protected here, but it would have still been a decent amount of damage. To my surprise.
I think Little One still has some real good options for defending, even without playing that defensive Overlorder.
Mm-hmm. And it's really just figuring out what Dynamo position is going to be the best right now. Because it's obviously going to be one of the Dynamos. It's just how they're so awkwardly shaped in that little spot that it's kind of hard to find exactly what you want.
Just Dynamo Roulette.
I do
Spin the wheel.
Yeah. I do like this placement a little bit. But, oh! It got red!
That's nice.
Zay absolutely needing that read to stay in the game right now. We've got the map's pretty much filled out. That splash mob
I think
could have fit somewhere else. I'll let you talk in just a moment, but it could have fit somewhere else and filled up a lot of points, but getting that read was really good too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think at that point it was probably more worth it to be aggressive since Zay doesn't really have a base to build.
Yeah.
And that Splooshomatic fits, but not really anywhere that useful. Like, it's just gonna contest this like last bit that's kind of free for both players.
Which works well enough and gets the
Yeah, that
special
works
off
well.
of a good read on placement. Small Fry is the last card, but at this point, you could... There's not really anywhere to put Small Fry to get a special.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do too much. There's a couple places... Well, there's at least one place where it can be special to get 2 special. That's kind of better than, like, playing it for no special, I think.
True.
He doesn't have 10 attack, does he? Because that'd be really good if he did, but... No, he does not have 10 attack. But, in Zay's base, yeah, I would special the Small Fry there and get 2 special.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good call. Yeah, if you special it in there, you're also getting that 1 additional point.
Yeah.
So that turns it to a 4-point Small Fry worth 2 special, which is, while not, like, earth-shattering, that is a very... Actually, you could technically place it in a way to get it 5.2 special, which is even better.
Yeah, there's like a 4-point swing when it's specialed, and then the additional, like, single point.
The question is, does Little One see that in time, or... I mean, there's
Not
still
sure.
a lot of time to make a call like that. A pass here is...
Yeah.
Probably was going to happen later anyway, so you might as well get your passes out now.
Yeah, and he probably just wants to save this for, you know, this beefy triple ink striker missile right here.
Ooh,
Both
but
are really good options.
it's only the Small Fry that fits in that spot. Trying to see what is a guaranteed special there, but it's only the small... It's only... Okay, that works.
That sploosh is pretty good, and then you can just take a pass in 312.
Yeah. Oh, there we go! Let's go! I think...
Now he has the opportunity to double 312 if he does that.
Yeah. That's a game-winning play. That's the tournament right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because now, probably triple ink strike and then 10 missiles.
Yeah, there... On that bottom area, there's plenty... It's going to be really easy to set up a special there. That also works out pretty fine. There's so many opportunities. It's just... Little One has to just make a call, ultimately. And if Little One just walks in... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think this is, like, really in his court. I think it's kind of decided at this point that he's got the game.
I don't see what Zay could do to come back. There's so few spaces available for him. So he is making a pass. He's going to have to play something big as his 5 special, but that's almost 20 points difference. 10 to tech locks this in.
Even with a Dynamo, which I feel like that's probably what Zay has, I don't see it doing enough to win the game.
Yeah, that's an over 30-point difference. You would need like a 7 special to be able... A perfect 7 special to turn things around at this point. Which... Just that one catch, the fact that Little One was able to spot it, absolutely defined this. Because otherwise, there's a good chance Little One would have made it, but just being able to see that one moment, yeah, 12 points absolutely because of that opportunity to get the chain going.
Yeah, and that crack-on was really nice, but it was just not enough in the end. But, that'll be the Baby Jelly Cup.
That indeed it is. That is Baby Jelly Cup number 28 coming to a close with our Little One taking on first place in this bracket, Second place going to Zaybeol.